Do you accept that Ms Holgate's maintained and protected jobs in the sectors of the mail industry that your members work in?
From our perspective, it's certainly, we didn't have any threat of job losses whilst she was the CEO at that stage. There was no threat in our mind of job losses.
How many of your members are located in rural and regional Australia?
We would have approximately 10,000 members in the regional areas that are members of our union, correct?
Yep.
I'd say there would be around about 400 to 500 members.
All employing?
Yeah, anywhere from 3 to 5 members staff.
So your submission raised concerns with the reduced mail services. While the temporary performance standards are not meant to have affected rural and regional service delivery, I'd really like to understand from each of you what's the real impact of that temporary order in rural and regional areas.
In rural and regional areas, there is no such thing as letterbox distribution apart from Australia Post. So for any business that's in a rural area to get their marketing and their message across to potential customers within the rural and regional area, there's only one option they've got, and that is via Australia Post. If that's dropped, as in time-wise and that sort of stuff, then there'll be more businesses shutting up in rural areas.
So we heard evidence that the temporary order excludes rural and regional communities. Is that your evidence?
No, it's not.
Can you give some detail around that?
From what I've read, I believe that it does affect the whole of Australia Post, not just the metro.
Ms Casson?
Well, we can certainly take that on notice and get you some evidence. It's been put to us that examples of where it was, when it was daily delivery, you could expect the letter at least within 3 days. We have examples of up to 3 weeks, and the mail houses getting constant complaints, and obviously they're having to front those complaints.
Okay. Have your members raised any issues with the perishable goods changes announced a couple of weeks ago, that Australia Post was no longer going to be involved in the sale of, or the transport, shall we say, or the postage of perishable goods?
Yes, look, part of our union does cover workers in food production. And yes, there was some concern around that, but a lot of...
Were you consulted at all?
Through our food membership area, there was some consultation with employers in that area, food producers, but of course with the change that happened...
But Australia Post?
Oh, Australia Post, no, there was no... No.
Right. Okay. And I'll have some questions on notice about moving from paper bills to bank at post.
Thank you, Senator.